Okay, I think we're live. Welcome, everybody. Hoping everything is good. I hope everything is grand. We're just doing a happy little fun time today. Nothing too strenuous, nothing too crazy. Um, yeah. Oh, I need to change that. Okay. Oh, well. I just realized I need to change the graphic on this. I'll do that in post. All right. Well, I'm just going to tweet this out so that people know that this is happening for anybody that's following me on Twitter. And if you're not following me on Twitter, check me out over at Notes Reviews. So, yeah. I'm live. Come hang out with me. And this is going to be kind of like a different format that I've ever tried. This is kind of doing a little bit of a kind of looking through and seeing what's around the Prog sphere at the moment. I'm going to be taking a look at new release news, maybe some touring news, and having a little bit of a retrospective of those albums that had crossed a milestone. Because one of the albums that crossed a milestone earlier this week was Aqualung, reaching the 50th anniversary. Because now all those albums that were released back in 1971 are reaching that milestone of the 50th anniversary. So we're also looking at albums such as Nursery Crimes, which I did a review for. And we're also looking at like Metal, Aqualung, as I already mentioned. So lots of really. Oh, I think the Yes album. So it's like some really staple Prog albums are reaching their 50th anniversary. So kind of like commemorating them as well. And just some like news releases as well. So just kind of hanging out. I'm also going to be taking questions. So if anybody has any questions, put them in the chat. Maybe we can spur a really good conversation for anything. So yeah, this is just going to be like a nice, loose live stream, only for maybe about an hour. Not looking for anything too long, too strenuous. And yeah, it's just a nice little live stream because I've been promising doing live streams for a while now. And I used to be really good at them, but just haven't really been able to. So here we go. First up, though, before I dive into anything too strenuous, I do want to thank my patrons because they're the ones that really, they do so much. So I want to thank Matthew, Aiden, Andreas, Isaac, Spinobi, Anthony, Rick, Kevin, Ted, Bryson, Hamulin, Chris, Joggin Chum, GRV Rush 2112, Joseph, Charles, Brian, Mark, Grace, Brian, Jeffrey, Axel, Joseph, Travis, Kelvin, Tomas, Mark, T-Dog, Austin, Depanjan, Battery Acid. Grace, you're on here twice, so I'm going to thank you twice. Didier, Brett, Robert, Patrick, William, Sean, and my latest patron of Stefan, or Stefan. I reached out to try to ask what the proper pronunciation of his name was. He hasn't gotten back to me. So hopefully I'll hear from him soon so I can get the proper pronunciation when I go to thank him. So thank you all. If you want to be cool like these cool cats, I've left the link down below for my Patreon page. And yeah. I'm going to bring back the moneymaker. And just start chatting away. Let's see here. I had saved a couple things that I wanted to talk about and mention. And first up was some new release information. Some albums have been teased. We've got some new albums on the horizon. So if anybody has any that they're really excited for, I'm excited for the new Frost album. And let me see when that is being released. Frost Band. And I love the fact that they're being labeled as a supergroup. New album. Let's see here. It is, their fourth studio album, Day and Age, released the 14th of May. So we have a graphic. It looks kind of cool. Here, I'm going to actually let's bring it up. Let's bring it up. I'm gonna bring that up. Let's see here. Let's bring up this new image of their new album. Pretty excited about this. Let's see here. Let's bring up the new Frost album cover. Yeah, there it is. Oh, that's big. Let's shrink it down a little bit here. We'll put it over to the side. Yeah, Day and Age. I'm pretty excited. They've released their first single off of the album. I haven't heard it yet, so I can't give any kind of feeling about it because I haven't quite heard it. And I am saving myself. I don't want to listen to it yet. I want to hear it in the context of the album, and I can wait until May for this new album from Frost. I'm very excited. Falling Satellites, the album that they released previous to this one, I wasn't too stoked about, if I'm being perfectly honest. It was good, but it felt disconnected. It didn't feel as realized as I was really hoping that it should. But it did, it was new Frost. I did really appreciate and love their latest EP. Let me bring that up. Let's see here. Frost. You would think that I would have all these things ready to go. Their latest EP, Others, released last year. It was really good, starting off with Fathers, Clouda, Exhibit A, Fathom, Eat, and Drown. All these tracks were really, really good, and it came out to about 30 minutes worth of music, and I particularly loved it. I haven't actually gone back to re-listen to it, but no, it was good. And then last year, they released their really big box set that had all their stuff from Million Town, Experiments in Mass Appeal, Falling Satellites, as well as This and That, the B-sides, which I was particularly loving because it finally released The Dividing Line, one of my all-time favorite tracks from Frost, that unfortunately never really found home on any of their studio albums, which I'm a little saddened about. And it also had the Philadelphia Experiment, which was their live album from 2009. A beautiful and brilliant live album. It's one of my favorites. And then a whole bunch of like deluxes and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, they did a lot last year. And I'm really excited for this new work. So yeah, that's coming out May 19th. Pretty excited about that. Let's see here. I will remove that because we don't need to see that anymore as we come back to here. And hello, everybody. If anybody has any questions, as I mentioned, if you have any questions, drop it in the chat. Love to hear anything from you guys, anything that you're looking forward to. Because right now, as I mentioned, I'm kind of free-flowing this. I'm going to talk a little bit more in depth about some albums that are turning 50 this year. Because I believe another album, Lark's Tongue and Aspect, just turned 50 because it was released either yesterday or today. In terms of like 1979, or 1971, obviously it wasn't released yesterday. But anything that, any other releases that you're really looking forward to. Anthony Goodwin is in here. Hello, Anthony. Glad to see you back. Glad to doing this. Looking forward to Church of the Cosmic Skull. Yeah, their last couple of albums I've been really excited for. They have reminded me a little bit of a darker, slightly less symphonic version of like the Polyphonic Spree. Really enjoying their stuff. And I didn't realize that A Formal Horse is putting out a new album. That's really exciting because I love their last release that was put out late in 2019 of Here Comes a Man from the Council with the Flamethrower. I've really been enjoying that one. And Isaac, you are correct. Lark's Tongue and Aspect is 1973. But they did turn, it was released this time of that year. So whatever anniversary that is, 40, whatever. I'll look it up because I have it saved. So I'm very glad to hear that A Formal Horse is putting out a new album. Let's actually have a look at that. Let's have a look. What is A Formal Horse new album? So far, it's still coming out with Here Comes the Man from the Council with a Flamethrower, but there is an article from Loud Sound. That's fine. Oh, come on. I don't want... I know. It's not letting me see it. Because I have my silly ad blocker on. I say silly, but like it saves me so much headache. Here we go. Yeah, the Southampton prog rockers Formal Horse will be releasing their second album, Meet Mallet, in early 2021. I'm super stoked about this because I loved Here Comes a Man from the Council with the Flamethrower. If I can, I'm going to try to find it on vinyl because damn, it would be good to have. It's, if you haven't heard it by now, please do. It looks like it's actually going to be produced by Rob Aubrey from Big Big Train and IQ. So that's going to be cool. It's going to feature 12 songs, all co-written by the band remotely. That's great. I'm really excited about that. Really, really excited about that. Waiting for the new Liquid Attention experiment. Yes, David. I was lucky enough to get a advanced copy of the record. So I'm hoping to get a review of that soon. Because I didn't want to get a review out too soon. And I mean, there's also restrictions, right? I couldn't talk about it for the last little bit. And they have, they've moved back the date for the first couple of weeks in in April. So probably, if not, it'll probably be next Friday that I'll have my review out. Little spoiler alert, it's brilliant. I loved it. I think it's great. And I love that they still have the tightness of the past records. Because, you know, it's been like 20 years since Liquid Tension Experiment 2 came out. And I was afraid that, I don't know if they'll still have that energy. I mean, the boys definitely do, but I don't know. You know, like the energy that they brought to the table 20 years ago would be different. But man, it sounds exactly like it's cut from the same cloth, shall we say? And David is quite right. Manufacturing issues, very, very sad, very, very sad. All right, let's see here. We're getting some great questions and great comments as well. Let's see here. People are still talking about Lark's Tongue. Yeah. There's a couple singles from A Formal Horse already. And Isaac is asking about Snarky Puppy. I honestly haven't heard anything from Snarky Puppy, so I can't say about it. Lark's Tongue, 73. Yep. Formal Horse. Love them. Alongside Dark Side and Selling England by the Pound. Yes, that's all 73. Yeah, 73 was a great year for music. It might be one of my favorite years because I always kind of think about that. I always think of like, what's my all-time favorite year for music? And I always kind of like 73 is pretty far up there, you know? Because I mean, it has my favorite album of all time, which is Selling England. And the fact that it also had like Dark Side of the Moon on there, and there's so many other like really, really great stuff. I should probably go and like look through Prog Archive's like top 500 albums from 73 and just see how many great albums are there. Yeah. The other album that I'm remembering now, and I don't know if there's any official press release, I know I saw it on Twitter, was Tull. Jethro Tull. Like, I know we had let's see, our new album. Yes, not string quartets. I just want new album. Because I know string quartets was their 2017. That was reworkings. In terms of new, outside of their Christmas album. Yeah, they have the new 40th anniversary edition of A coming out, which is very exciting. I haven't actually seen anything in terms of celebrating their 50th anniversary of Aqualung. They still have the 40th anniversary of Aqualung. But I know that there's been talk that Ian Anderson is doing some workings to get some new music out from Jethro Tull. Let's see if I can find that press release. New LP, there it is. That's what I was looking for. The Zealot Game. Or sorry, the Zealot Gene. I can read, I swear. Yeah, this is their This is going to be good. So now I'm looking at Ultimate Classic here. They broke the news to Rolling Stone while detailing another project. Book, The Silent Singing, which compiles all the lyrics from Tull's 1968 debut, This Was, through the upcoming record. Let's see here. So, yeah, announced plans for a new album, The Zealot Gene. I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah, because like I said, this is their first real official release since the String Quartet and their Christmas one. And the Christmas one was what back in 2003? Yeah, 2003. Because Ian's been doing mainly his own stuff, like Homo erectus and Thick as a Brick 2. And I did see something like a reissuing of Stormwatchers that he kind of did under his own name. So I'm pretty excited to see that we've got some like official Tull stuff rather than just releasing some of his own stuff. Although I will admit, I did enjoy a lot of his other stuff. I did quite enjoy a lot of his other stuff. And then we've got, Jethro Tull albums ranked. I wonder what we've got here. Under Wraps at 21, Crest of a Knave. I like Crest of a Knave. Yeah. Rock Island, Beast and Broadsword at 18. I like Beast and Broadsword. I don't know. War Child. Okay. I should really be sharing my screen so I'm not just saying whatever I'm seeing here. Anyway, I'm going to come back and let's see here. Any other great comments? If anybody has any questions, like I said, this is going to be very free-flowing, very loosey-goosey. Whatever comes to mind, I'll just be talking about. Isaac is saying I should check out Snarky Puppy. I'll do my best. Yeah, for sure. I always hear Snarky Puppy. So, yeah, I'll give it a try. Let's see here. Have I listened to Will Wood and the Tapeworms at all? I have not. I'm so sorry. Rob from the Netherlands. Welcome, Rob. This is Notes from Canada. Just wondering if you know the status quo of 77 Live album. Oh, I've never heard of this. I unfortunately can't say of whether or not I have known that. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I'll do my best to check it out. The Status Quo 77 Live album. British boogie band. Huh, that's kind of cool. What I will do, though, is now that we're kind of on the kick for Tull, I want to share my screen if I can. Let's see if I can do this. I have the technology. Let's see here. Display capture is what I'm going for. And whee! Nope, that's not what I want. Let's minimize that. Okay, let's try this again. Yes. As you just saw, this is why I love this. Okay, window capture is what I'm looking for. There we go, window capture. And I want to, let's see here. There we go. That's kind of what I'm looking at. Okay. Nice. So, although you don't get to see me, so you know what? I'm going to put my video capture up. Hey, there I am. And I'm going to minimize it a little bit so that you can still see me on the... Let's see, if I put this up here. There we are. No, I don't need all these. Let's get rid of these. No, we don't need those. There we go. Just the good stuff. That's all we're looking for. Just the good stuff. Okay, so you can still see me. That's beautiful. And we can see this. Okay, so we've got Under Wraps. So this is, according to Ultimate Classic Rock. There we go. Wait, was that Meatloaf? How did I get... I thought I saw Meatloaf. Yeah, Meatloaf! Oh, that's right. I heard about this. Meatloaf is launching a new reality show called I Do Anything for Love. That's hilarious. Okay. Back to what I originally thought. Jethro Tull albums ranked. Let's see if I agree with this. Under Wraps I haven't heard, so I can't say. Crest of the Knave I have heard, and I enjoy it. So I'm very surprised to see it at 20. Rock Island I haven't heard, so I can't comment. The Beast and Broadsword I do thoroughly enjoy, so I'm saddened to see it at number 18. I still love War Child. Like, I love skating away on the thin ice of a new day. Like, skating away, hey, hey, skating away, hey, hey. And Bungle in the Jungle, how can you not love Bungle in the Jungle? What does it say? Clumsily arranged non-songs? You guys, come on. I take issue with that. These are all opinions, you guys. I'm not trying to raise beef. It's fine. I haven't heard Catfish Rising, so I can't comment on that. Ooh, that's pretty high for too old to rock and roll, too young to die. I love the title track. I love the comic that comes with it. Kind of sad to see it so high. Now, I haven't heard jtull.com, so I can't comment on that one. Stormwatch. Okay, surprised to see that in the so high up. Interesting. Okay. I mean, on the other hand, I can't really think of any of the big tracks off of that one. So, yeah. Then we come into A. Okay, that's fair. That hurts. Seeing a Passion Play at number 11. Passion Play is one of my all-time favorites. That's at least top 5 material for me. Oh, that's sad. That is sad. Ugh. Okay, and I haven't heard Roots to Branches, so I can't say anything about that. This was their first album. Interesting. Huh. Number 9. Okay, okay. And then Benefit, that's fair. Heavy Horses, yeah. I mean, I still love the title track. Love that track. In the Living Past. I always figured In the Living Past was more of like a special edition rather than like a studio one. But okay, I'll allow it, sure. Yep, Stand Up. That's fair. At number 5. Although now we're coming into the top 5, and I wouldn't put Stand Up at the top 5. So that's interesting. Minstrel in the Gallery at number 4. That's okay. Okay. Songs from the Wood. That's fair. At number 3, I'll give it to that. That is fair. Thick as a Brick at number 2. Again, that's fair. And Aqualung at number 1. Okay. I would honestly put Thick as a Brick as number 1. Aqualung at number 2. Passion Play at number 3. Probably Songs from the Wood at number 4. So it's close. Yeah, it's close. Maybe. Yeah, I'd have to listen to a lot of these. Maybe Heavy Horses. I think the one that I'm most surprised at is Passion Play. That's sad. That's sad for me. Ugh. Oops, you got to see what I was listening to Frost. Okay, so let's put it back to the Moneymaker. I'll put that all the way back up here. There we go. And yeah, I'm going to minimize that. Okay. I'm going to check back. Let's see what we've got in terms of the live stream. Okay, looks like there's a lot of comments about the Tull, which is good. Just came here, what's with the delay? I'm not sure what's up with the delay. Yeah, I can't really comment about that. Your voice has a bit of a delay. Oh, that's probably because I'm capturing an image while streaming directly through my microphone. So that's probably the actual delay. Isaac is asking, where am I from? Canada, Ontario. I used to be from Toronto, and then I moved north. And that's all I am at liberty to say. Yeah. So that's why there's a little bit of a delay. So yeah, some pretty exciting news coming from Tull. Really excited. I mean, we're happy that... Blackwater is saying I like the delay. Yeah, what other things did I want to kind of mention? Who else is releasing any new projects? I know Frost was, and we already talked about Frost. I really wanted to talk about the new Jethro Tull album. I'm very excited about that because I think Ian Anderson has been putting out some really solid material within the past little bit. Like Homo Erectus was a fantastic album. Thick as a Brick 2 was fine. And I know he put out a new Stormwatch album as well. Because I saw it available. It was like Stormwatch 2 or something like that. So let's see if Prog Archives, because Prog Archives wasn't working. Oh yeah, it looks like it's back up and ready. I know that there was another. another one that was coming through. And I'm just trying to think if there was anybody else. Well, let's check out if there's anything exciting popping up in the new releases for Prog Archives. It doesn't look like there's anything too exciting popping up there. I do have a spreadsheet that I can actually look at to see if there's anything coming up in the next couple of days, or next couple of weeks even. Let's see here. Let's see what we got. And of course, if anybody has any questions, anything they want me to talk about, by all means, drop it there. I'm always excited to talk about new things. Excuse me. Let's see here. I know I've got a spreadsheet of all the... Let's see here. Is it there? No, I think I saved it on my other... I've got way too many Google accounts at this point. Let's see what we got. That's what I'm looking for. All right, let's see here. What's coming out this coming week? Let's see here. We've got March. Well, I guess it's the end of March. So like March 26th or so? Okay, is there anything exciting coming up? Let's see. I'm not familiar with too many of these ones. Well, we've got... I know I still need to listen to the new Soen album. I haven't gotten around to listen to that. Not familiar with any of those guys. Let's see if there's any in the Prog. Oh, wow. Doesn't seem to be a whole lot. Now, it does look like next week, April 2nd, there's a new Godspeed album that I'm... Yeah. Godspeed at State's End. That's pretty exciting. I loved their last album of Luciferian Towers. It was one of my favorite albums of 2019 or 2018 that it came out? So I'm glad to see that they're releasing a new album. I'm always excited, and I feel like they're a band that continuously comes out with a new and fantastic stuff. So really excited to hear some new Godspeed. That's pretty exciting. All right, let's see what we've got. Oh, looks like we've got some great new... let's see here. Test for... Somebody was saying, yeah, for the whole... when I was sharing my screen as well as that, I guess my computer unfortunately couldn't do all that, I'm trying my best. Would you ever consider doing a top 50 albums of all time? Maybe. I might do that. I mean, it's hard to... I don't enjoy doing top X of all time because I don't know what's coming in the future. So I think I would do like top 50 albums as of now and going forward, So, yeah. But, I mean, maybe. I might do it in increments if I were to do it. What's my favorite Neil Morse album? That's a great question. Now, I'm going to, just for my ease, and I'm going to go to Prog Archives, so I'm not doing this completely off the top of my head. Neil Morse. I'm just going to keep it to his solo stuff. So I'm not going to be looking at like his Spock's Beard stuff or his stuff with Transatlantic or any of his side projects or his cover-to-cover stuff. But I will include the Neil Morse band in that because unless my memory serves, it honestly might be The Similitude of a Dream. That and Jesus Christ the Exorcist are both brilliant works that I really do love. Now, I know like Sola Scriptura and Question Mark and One, those tend to be his more like legacy albums and like masterpiece albums. But for me, sitting down and really drifting away to Jesus Christ the Exorcist is really a treat. Like, I love the progression of music throughout that work. I love where it goes. Come on, you can do this. For some reason it's being a little bit on the slower side, and I have a feeling it's my computer and its connection. Let's see here. Prog Archives, Neil Morse. Let's see if this is any faster. I have a feeling Prog Archives has, it was down earlier today, and I wouldn't be surprised to see it down again. So yeah, while it's doing its thing, I would have to say that my favorite work from him, yeah, probably Similitude of a Dream, because I got to see it live. And honestly, hearing it live was otherworldly. Like, it really, putting it into context, which is so beautiful like that. Yeah. Thank you for the question. That was great. Am I familiar with the Speedy Wonderground scene? No, I am not. I wish I could talk a little bit more about that, but I don't. So. And Blackwater Rust. I love the fact that you love Blackwater Park. Or not Blackwater Park. Godspeed You Black Emperor. Beautiful, beautiful output. They have yet to put out an album that has disappointed me. So, yeah. Have I considered doing a worst to best Spock's Beard or Between the Buried and Me? Yes to both. The reason why I haven't is because they're still actively recording. And Neil Morse, unfortunately, has put his albums behind a paywall that I cannot penetrate for the life of me. And I do not have a very large pool of lucrative money to invest in every streaming service that's out there. And as much as I would love to spend, $6 a month to have access to his back catalog, I don't. So I probably won't be doing a Spock's Beard Worst to Best for those two reasons, because I would want to become more familiarized with some of the Spock's Beard albums that he was on that I didn't get a real good chance to dive into and listen to. I mean, the only ones that I've heard from him is, Beware the Darkness, The Light. No, I think it's Beyond the Door. The Light, 5 or V, Snow. I think those are the main 4 that I know from them with Neil, and I know that I'm missing about a handful of them. And doing a worst to best while they're still pretty active in the recording studio, I feel would be a disservice. And the same thing for Between the Buried and Me. So what I did for Between the Buried and Me, and what I probably will end up doing for Spock's Beard instead, is my new segment of how to get into or starter packs. So I already did how to get into of Between the Buried and Me, and that's currently on my channel. Where I talk about the best, what I think are my favorite albums from Between the Buried and Me, which albums I think you should start if you want to get into Between the Buried and Me, and then where to go depending on what you connected with those first couple of albums that you would have originally listened to. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at for those, and that's what I want to do for bands that are still actively recording, but I still want to talk about. And I actually have the next artist already chosen. I'm sticking with a contemporary metal band that has said that they're going to release a new record this year. So maybe keep your eye out on that. I'm hoping to get that out sometime in April. Yeah. So let's see here. Was there anything else that I really wanted to talk about this evening? This was also just, like I said, loosey-goosey. Hey, how's it going? Anything you guys wanted me to talk about? Keeping my eye on that chat. I guess we could talk a little bit, because this was something I was thinking about the other day, because Steven Wilson, once again, has pushed back his concert dates, and I'm not surprised. I don't think any of us are surprised. I don't think anybody's really touring. The only thing that I've seen, like, I'm surprised that more bands aren't doing live streams. I know Between the Buried and Me just finished doing Automata, performing parts 1 and 2. But I haven't seen anybody else, because I know this time last year, every other band was putting their concerts pretty much for free for like a week or so on YouTube. Like, I remember when Genesis was doing that, and like every week they would allow people to watch one of their old concerts. I think Pink Floyd did it. A few other bands that I can think of did it. And then a lot of other bands were doing like in-studio live streams. Like, I remember when, I can't remember the publication. It was one of the Prog. I don't know if it was Prog magazine or somebody else did like an actual special, and they got a whole bunch of musicians to come on in and perform kind of like a back-to-back-to-back concert. And of course, Devin Townsend has done a handful of them. And yeah, I'm really excited about Devin Townsend's new album, The Puzzle. I'm pretty excited about that. Really looking forward to hearing it. And I'm also looking forward to seeing what else he has in store for his Devolution or De-Evolution series. His first one, which is already out. I believe it's out now. Let me just double check that. Devin Townsend. I'm just going to check on his... Yeah, the Acoustically Inclined live at Leeds. It's finally out. It was fantastic. I really liked it. It's about an hour's worth of acoustic music from him. Really brilliant. I already reviewed it, but I thoroughly enjoyed that. So yeah, pretty excited about what other albums he has in store. I know I was kind of bouncing all over the place a little bit. Isaac is asking my opinion on System of a Down. They're great. I wasn't really into them when they were popular. It was only later on that I got into them. And even then, I've only really listened to Mesmerized and Hypnotized. Those are the only two albums from them that I really do listen to. I should go back and listen to their other other albums. But yeah, they're fine. They're okay. Let's see here. Feel like there was no wrong choice when it comes to Between the Buried and Me. Yeah, it's all good. So other concerts that are being pushed back, I mean, all of them, honestly. Like, everybody is saying that by, September through to November, we're finally going to be able to, open up and start watching them, but I don't really see that happening. I honestly don't see new music, or, at least new stuff. New concerts coming out probably until 2022. I honestly don't see, especially now that we're starting to see some vaccines. I'm up in Canada, so I have a lot of family members that are in Toronto that are finally getting their vaccines. But from where I'm at, there doesn't seem to be. There's a lot of echo. Does anybody else have? That might be on you. I'm so sorry. That's the first time. Sometimes if you have this opened up in multiple tabs and multiple windows, you'll get an echoing effect. But let me know in case there's any more echo. So yeah, I honestly don't see a new concert coming out until probably about 2022. Just for everybody's own safety. And I'm all for that. As much as they have it too. Okay. I wonder if there's another tab that's capturing music. Okay, how about now? Can people hear it now? Okay, people are hearing it. I tried it now, so let me know. I did something. It just got fixed. Echoing away. Okay, perfect. Okay, I figured out what it was. It was grabbing information from my microphone as well as my little earbud. Okay, thanks for letting me know, guys. That was great. Will I do a worst to best on Radiohead? Sam, if I'm being perfectly honest and I'm, allowing you guys to take a little peek behind the backstage, Radiohead was going to be the next worst to best artist that I was going to cover. And I started listening to them and I started formulating my ideas. And I find I have to be in the right mindset to do a worst to best, because I have to really solidify and spend a lot more time in it. And I don't think, they might still be. I will do a Radiohead worst to best for sure one day. That's not off the table, but I don't think it's going to be until maybe the summer, because I need to be in the right mood to spend so much time with a band. And a band like Radiohead, because they're so intricate, so heavy, not heavy in terms of like metal sounding, but heavy in terms of density. I want to make sure that I'm paying tribute properly to them. They might be the next one that I cover. But I have my I think the next big video that I want to do outside of my usual review videos is going to be how to get into. And I've already chosen the band for that. I'm just preparing my thoughts for that. Hopefully it'll come out the week after next. That's my hope. And I think, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm trying to think if I do have a backup worst to best. I might stick with Radiohead. They might still be my next one. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, let's see if anybody else has any questions, anything they want to know. Because I'm trying to think of any other things that I wanted to mention during this time. I mean, for those of you that don't know, I started a new YouTube channel. If you want to check it out, it's Notes on TTRPG, which stands for Tabletop Role-Playing Games. And I only have 20 subscribers. So if everybody that's currently viewing the live stream now goes over and subscribes to it, we'll essentially have doubled my viewership on there. I think I've got 3 full-length videos. I've got 2 that I've already recorded and I just need to edit that I'm hoping to get out in the next couple of weeks. And it's just me talking about role-playing games such as Dungeons and Dragons. So, yeah. If you want to go and check that out, I'm pretty proud about that now that my life is starting to see some kind of a semblance of normalcy again. Yeah, would I do a worst to best on Frank Zappa? I know you're kidding. Probably not. I might I do like the idea of like a top 10 favorite records from Zappa. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see, because there are about like 5 Zappa records that I listen to on the regular, but like I haven't really done a deep dive into his collection. And actually one of my favorite records from him is a live album just called Guitar, which holds mostly improvisations that he did on the road. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I never discredit and never say never. And even if I do say it's not going to happen, I usually do it tongue in cheekly, and do it anyway. 'Cause that's how I do. So yeah. Yeah, I think I've got like maybe another 10 minutes under my belt before I call this little live stream to a close. I didn't want to do a very long one, and I think I'm going to keep doing these types of live streams where it's just chatting, talking a little bit about things that I've seen in the news in terms of progressive rock, honoring those albums that came out within the, I guess, the week that we're in. That's kind of what I was talking about at the beginning of this live stream. Upcoming albums that have been released, or yeah. I was actually reached out from a fan talking about a new record that I've been listening to quite a bit today that I've really been loving. And I don't know how to pronounce them. It's DVNE. So I want to say it's Divn. I mean, it's hard enough trying to pronounce regular Canadian English. And their album that came out was Itaman Anka? I haven't done a whole lot of like diving in and figuring out where this band is from and what they do, but like what I'm hearing is brilliant. I've been really loving this. So if you haven't checked these guys out by now, I highly recommend that you do. I've been loving it. And oh, hey, look, the Prog archives have finally decided to kick in, and now I can finally look through Neil Morse's albums. And dude, I didn't realize that me and Neil Morse have the same birthday. That blows my mind. August 2nd, baby. My man. Oh, I'm so happy. This just blows my mind. I'm so happy about this. I didn't realize. I thought it was only Kevin Smith that shared my birthday. Now that I know that Neil Morse has a birthday the same day as mine, I'm going to have to tweet at him. Birthday buds. I didn't realize that. Yeah, I'm just looking through to make sure that I didn't miss any other record from him that I loved. So, yeah, it looks like it's still Similitude of a Dream and Jesus Christ the Exorcist. Yeah, those are the ones that I love. Love those ones. Yeah. Interesting. I just realized that his... Oh, no, there it is. Live Momentum. Yeah, I actually lent one of my friends his live DVD of Live Momentum. And she hasn't given it back to me yet. I should probably contact her and be like, hey, do you still have that? Could you, send it to me? Okay, where was I? Where was I talking? What was I talking about? I feel like I had a really good... Oh, right. I was looking for Divne. Or however they... D-V-N-E. What a strange name. Divne. Edinburgh, Scotland. Of course they're Scottish. Yeah, that makes sense. So this is their second album, following up... Oh, they haven't had a single... Huh. I've been loving it. They're great. It gets the note seal of approval. I think that it's a good time. I've been listening to them all day. I've been in a real metal mood. So I've been listening to a lot of pretty intense metal music right now. So, yeah, it gets the note seal of approval. Do you think And Justice for All should be considered a prog album? Huh. That's actually a really good question. It's definitely prog adjacent. I would say so. Yeah, because everything from Kill 'Em All and Justice for All, Ride the Lightning, and Master of Puppets, those 4 albums, they all have songs well within 10 minutes, and it really did reshape the metal scene. So, yeah, for sure I would consider it prog. Because it is progressive metal. I mean, it's not as progressive metal as other contemporaries of the times, like Fate's Warning and Queensryche and all those other bands, even Dream Theater and whatnot. But yeah, sure, I would consider it prog. Oh, it looks like Black Metal Rust knows about Divine. I think that's how you pronounce it. I have no idea how to pronounce it. I've just been really enjoying it, and I've been enjoying it. Okay, I think I'm gonna close this one off. This was a lot of fun. I hope to do at least one of these a month, on top of the other live streams that, again, I hope to do more of. I think I'm going to have to stick to Tuesdays. I think Tuesdays are the only days that allow my schedule right now. So, yeah. And unfortunately, I am not familiar with Jose Cid. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Yeah, so Divine is Divine just without the eyes. But whenever I see words, I know a lot of bands do that where they just take out the vowels. But my brain, the way that it's wired, can't see it. So I just see Divine. Anyway, I'm going to close this off for this evening. Everybody has been fantastic. Thank you all for sharing your thoughts, sharing your insights, asking me some amazing questions. And I'm going to bring up, once again, my patrons for doing this. And I'm going to thank everybody once again by name, because really they've been so helpful during just this last year. But ever since I've started this, they've been amazing. So thank you to Matthew, Aiden, Andreas, Isaac, Anthony, Rick, Kevin, Ted, Bryson, Hemulin, Chris, Joggentrum, GRV, Rush 2112, Joseph, Charles, Brian, Mark, Grace, Brian, Jeffrey, Alex, Joseph, Travis, Kelvin, Tomas, Mark, T-Dog, Austin, Depanyan, Battery Acid, Grace, once again, because she's on here twice, Didier, Brett, Robert, Patrick, William, Sean, and Stefan. And again, once I hear from, I think it's Stefan, but I could be butchering that. Once I hear back from him, I'll be able to know for sure. So back to the Moneymaker. I'm going to do one last sweep. Beautiful. Looks like that's about it. So I wish everybody a fantastic evening, if it's evening where you're at, or afternoon, morning, whenever it is. I hope good things come your way, and have a fantastic rest of the day, everybody. Keep on listening to good music. Check out my podcast, Quid Prog Quo. Check out my Instagram, my Twitter, all that fun stuff. And we'll catch you in the next one. All right. Yeah. Ooh, new album review coming out tomorrow. I'm looking at one of my all-time favorite albums because I'm doing that now. Okay. I will see everybody in the next live stream. Bye.